Hey guys, this is James.
And this is Denny from TeaDB, bringing you guys episode 247, AK 255. AK, don't worry about it.
Yeah, so we are continuing along with our Yunnan sourcing wine tasting. We still have no idea what the hell we're drinking. And we have moved on to Delta. So we are using my third Gaiwan. That is about 70 milliliters, 4 grams of leaf right here. And Denny was smelling this earlier. And just a quick smell.
Take it in there. Really wonderful smell as well.
I think it smells closer to alpha than it does beta. Well, actually, I'm not sure. Well, let's see.
I'm going to really agitate and rinse this pretty hard. Kind of want to get into the meat of this tea a little bit more quickly.
Yeah. As you guys can tell, we're drinking a lot of tea,
very
so
short rinse.
we want to.
This. And I'm just gonna nuke this for another 2 seconds just to add some heat and get it
Cool.
real quick, and then we'll start drinking. All right, let me go ahead and give that a smell. Boop.
Almost a hint of citrus in this. I'm also getting sort of standard, I don't know, floral, young Pu'erh smells to this. I'd say that's probably the predominant stuff.
Yeah.
Less grassy than the first tea. It doesn't really have that deep woodiness. If I were to guess, I would maybe guess Jingmai tea or something like that for this one. If I'm throwing out random buying guesses before I even taste it.
Color-wise, it does look a little bit less roast, a little bit greener.
Yeah, than the beta that is. Oh yeah, for sure.
And yeah, that's more of an, I could say citrus or sour maybe would be the through line with that. I was gonna say a little bit like almost oceanic smelling.
Little saccharine too, I think. To
Yeah.
That.
Okay, let's give it a shot.
Yeah, we drinking this?
Yeah, let's do it.
Cheers.
Cheers, y'all. Wow, really sweet. And not much else going on with this one yet. Just saying.
Yeah.
Huh.
Not bitter or anything like that.
Kind of just tastes like sugar water.
Very opaque tea.
Yeah.
I suspect this is a Jingmai tea, actually. And maybe I'm totally wrong, but it's relatively soft.
I would definitely call it soft.
It doesn't have that deep depth of the previous beta tea, which I think we suspect is Six Famous Mountains or somewhere around there. Yeah, really opaque still, even with that steep. And the leaves have actually expanded quite a bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, first rinse, I really agitated and let it hang out for 10 seconds, and then did a quick flash rinse, and then we just drank the third time the water has hit the tea leaves, the first actual steeping that we drank, and we're on the second one right now. So.
Yeah. Does not smell overly bitter or anything like that.
Oh, yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
It has, excuse me, it has a nice body. There's not a lot of different flavors going on in this tea. It's just kind of sweet.
It's pretty straightforward in that sense.
Yeah, it's surprisingly sparse. It's almost uniquely sparse, I'd say. Like, I'm not tasting a lot of the earthiness of a traditional young raw.
It does. I mean, like, it's really seems like it's not a blend from this.
No.
It's very pretty singular in what it's doing.
Yeah, interesting.
Of the three of these, how would you say...
I'm confused.
We talked about this a bit in the mom test. Which would you say would do the best on the mom test?
I like the second one.
Interesting. I would almost say this because it's like sweet.
It's so sweet,
and it's not aggressive. The first one has a lot of
right.
so like grassiness.
Right.
I don't know. I personally am not the hugest fan of that, but
yeah, I'd say from like just a gentleness perspective, this is absolutely the gentlest.
Of the three so far.
Yeah.
Do you think this would get bitter or astringent or stronger
I
at all?
think. Well, I mean, just by virtue of the fact that the leaves are young, and I would think so.
Uh-huh.
Let's give it a shot and let's do this, and maybe even reheat the water for the next one if we can't get any forward movement out of this. Yeah, interesting tea.
Just leaving a nice sweet filling on the front of the mouth. Not the depth of the beta tea.
It's cooling.
Yeah.
This would be kind of one of those nice like a soft summer afternoon young raw Pu'erh for some reason. It's kind of how I imagine this in context. I feel like it's not quite appropriate for the cold weather that we've been having. If you were to care about such a thing. So cheers. Yeah, let's see how we do.
It's got a little bit of bitterness now.
Yeah, although I steeped it for quite a bit.
I know, considering that, I think both of the prior two teas would have been considerably more bitter.
I don't know. This isn't capturing what a young raw Pu'erh tastes like to me. I'm confused, if anything. It's like, this might be passing the mom test, but it's not passing the mom test. I mean, I'm getting that that tip of the tongue, bitter, peatiness, earthiness now, grassiness a little bit, definitely hay. But still, it's a surprisingly, I think, as you put it, singular would be inappropriate. I'm just gonna say it out loud. This isn't my favorite one of the ones that we've had. Definitely, it's interesting.
Yeah,
I'm not sure it's interesting in a way that I'm like loving.
Yeah. It's very soft. It's extremely soft, almost like a pillow. And how's it smell?
It smells really just sweet. You know what? This is one of those things that we might just be drinking this in the wrong succession. And if we had this tea first thing, it might be a lot better.
I kind of think that beta has been that much better than alpha and delta, that it's kind of showing the other two up.
Yeah.
In some sense. And the other two are probably not bad teas. But actually, I think I rate this tea a little bit higher than you. For me, I think it's pretty clearly, I like beta by far the best, and then delta, and then alpha.
Interesting.
So, that'd be. I would still prefer to drink this over the first tea we had.
Got it. Yeah, I could see that for sure. It definitely has more development taste in it. It doesn't taste quite as young. Let's have this one be our last one here. The color is nice. Nice mouth texture. It's a little bit cooling, getting some good energy.
Yeah. And I definitely agree with you on your notes of it being pretty simple and straightforward. And there's nothing wrong with that. I find that it's pretty palatable overall. Pretty easy to drink as far as young raw Pu'erh
This
goes.
is the best steeping that we've had of it. It has more of those...
Now it's starting to taste like Pu'erh.
Yeah. Not quite sour notes, but it's getting into its strength here. Well, I wonder if this tea would... is one of those teas that would last a long time because it's taking a little bit longer time to get into, or if this is one of those teas that might just sort of be young and need time to develop and might be a little bit slow to get into it, as well as a little bit fast to
Do you think we should just do one more, quickly confirm or double check our preconceptions of this? Just
I'm gonna
because
heat up some water a little bit too.
It's a good idea.
Let's see. This is pretty fun. I like that we have no flipping idea where these teas are from, besides being young raws. Definitely having that astringent, or not the astringent, but the mouth puckering going on. But we've been drinking a lot of raw Pu'erh, so. Yeah,
and it's sort of one of those ones where it's like, ideally you would want to get to like a bunch of steeps of each of these, but it's sort of like your palate's gonna be all messed up by the time if you do like 10 steeps each of all of these guys. So if you guys are wondering why we're going kind of fast and doing just 3-4 steeps on these, that's the reason. I wonder, how would you manage to do that? Just do one session from like steepings 1 to 5, and then like take a break for a few hours, and then come back to it. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think it's a real challenge because so much of the Pu'erh and tea is like about that aftertaste and stuff like that. Right. You could try sort of like that competition style brewing, but I don't know. I mean, it's not something I do common enough that I'd be confident in it. Get out your spoons. Yeah. The leaf quality on this looks quite nice. A lot of whole leaves and stuff like that in here. I guess for this tea, I would probably guess it's some sort of probably in like the mid-level, maybe the lower level of Scott's Jingmai range. I know he presses a bunch of teas from there.
Cool.
Cheers.
Salud.
You know, I think those first two steeps, or especially the first one, I think almost disregarded.
Yeah.
This tastes like a Pu'erh now.
Yeah.
It has some of that vegetalness.
Yeah.
Definitely the astringency and stuff like that.
I think this tea might have just needed more heat and time, because I completely agree. We're now getting into the strength of this tea. It's not my favorite of the ones that we've had so far, I'd say. I don't know. It's interesting. I don't think this would pass the mom test. It definitely has that sort of astringent taste. It's young. I agree with you. The leaf quality is great. I think you could definitely keep this tea and it would improve. This is the first tea that I think I've had where I was like, wait on this one.
Yeah.
But yeah. Cool. Yum.
Yeah, well, we will probably be back next episode to bring you the remainder of the tasting, Epsilon, Gamma, and Zeta.
Right. And so for folks who don't know, we're just bringing on some teas that other tea YouTubers have grabbed from Scott and Matt. So Scott Wilson over at Yunnan Sourcing, check them out.
And Matt, who has a blog, Matt Chaw's blog spot, who has been kind enough to coordinate this tasting. Yeah. And so I don't know what the status is now, if there's been a bunch of bloggers to post up already about their notes, but please check those out if they are out there.
Totally.
Yeah, and thank you to those people.
Check us out on TeaDB.org for more videos like this one, and for the rest of the series before these videos as well. Check out Scott Wilson. Check out Matt. Dang it. Comment below if you like the video. I mean, like the video if you like the video, and then comment below if you want to, or not. I don't really, whatever. And hopefully other folks out there, you can compare these and see what we think versus them and get a good idea about it. Pretty fun experiment. And,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, we'll see you guys next time for episode 209,000.
9,000?
Take care. I'll stop that meme some point. It'll happen, I promise. Okay, we're done.